Welcome back to this extra special Empire of Rust season of giving special thing.
Something got lost on you there, didn't it?
Either that or he had a stroke in the middle.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
Holy shit! Now that was a fumble if I've seen one.
I'm doing okay. I smell toast right now, so.
Is it burnt toast? Because that's the problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's
It's gonna be a quick episode.
So yes, I am Snazzy Mike, and we are back, and we are doing part 2 of the Empire of Rust Transformers RPG Renegade Special Edition version thing.
Dude, you got a second chance at it and you blew it even worse. Oh man.
Sounds like
you're doing great.
The title is just never not going to end.
Yeah.
And I am joined, of course, by Matt, our veteran RPG player from Empire of Rust.
Hello.
It's like Magnum's right here.
Thank you very much.
We have Dr. Pants, our veteran RPG player from Nerdstradamus.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm just so happy to be here and pretending to be a robot. It's what I was meant to do.
And we have joining us for the first, technically second time, our veteran of many RPGs that I cannot name, Brandon.
Hello, so happy to be here. I am not Lord Scourge or any of the other voices that I have lent to the podcast. I am playing my own character, and I'm very excited to be with you all.
When last we left our intrepid heroes? Question mark? They just learned that they are in the middle of the outbreak of the hate plague. This is a really tough time for you folks, isn't it?
I think so. We've lost half our team.
Half our team.
Yeah.
We knew it was the three of us, and then suddenly Mike's like, "Oh, there's 6 of you," and I'm like,
Yeah.
How long are they lasting?"
We had a
And
team
you-
building exercise, and we all got red T-shirts, and only half of them got to wear them.
And you'll notice that all of your allies are colored red.
Oh no! Insufferable, but good
you
job.
just-
You need to be.
You just thought they were Autobot colored. Nope. Nope.
You should be reined in, but good job.
Yeah.
Damn it, Tim.
Well, I am. Well, we're done with the combat, and you just got a bomb dropped on you. So, I'm just gonna throw it right to you guys. Why don't we start off with? Let's start off in reverse order this time. Brandon, what do you want to do, or I should say, what does Harness want to do now that the 3 of you have figured out that this is an incredibly contagious and horrifying plague you're dealing with?
Yeah, I think Harness is just trying to grapple with the idea that, because based on what we talked about in the last session, where the hate plague is really kind of more mythological than scientific, that it might have been postulated about or theorized. He's trying to grapple with the idea that this is real, and trying to calculate how to fix it as a mechanic. And he is sort of a little bit stunned, and he's just gonna kind of look to kickstart and stop with. He's like, "One of you's better call back the base. Let them know what's going on. This is, oh boy, this is real bad. I don't know how to fix this. I can fix this. I don't know how to fix this. Ah, crap."
Indeed. Certainly.
It's obvious. We find the source, and we get the cure from there, and we save everyone. That's how this works.
Oh, kid. Primus. Oh, no.
Did I mention about the outhouses? Anyway,
That was a callback to an off-camera joke.
anyway, I'll pull out my big old giant portable radio and put up the antenna.
Giant ham radio.
He just puts it next to his regular communicator, but he's just so used to using it.
Hello, hello. Top Canary, hello. Come in.
You cycle through the comm channels, and half the frequencies simply get no response, just an eerie silence. It connects, but there's no one there answering. But as for the others, you hear screams, you hear blaster fire, you hear just sentences upon sentences of Cybertronian profanity just screamed into the microphone. And you're cycling through all of the channels here, and you're not getting anything. It makes you think that this problem is far more widespread than you initially thought.
Listen, old top, I don't think we're going to be getting much help here.
Jeez.
Where's our headquarters near?
You would have a safe house or like a satellite kind of headquarters here in Mission City, solely to just recharge for any patrols and stuff like that. Because the city is fairly large. It's located on the west coast of the United States, a few hundred miles from the site of the Ark. The Ark is destroyed right now because Trypticon messed it up like months ago, but it's a few hundred miles from the old site of the Ark at Mount St. Hilary. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that there's a safe house, a mini little office, so to speak, in the city that you would be able to recharge at.
Is there anyone else there, or is it just ours?
It was your squad.
'Cause we need a bigger brain for this problem.
Yeah, I guess that's a question. Like, would our communicators be able to reach Rodimus Prime from here, or would we have to go back to headquarters to try to get in touch with him? Because I feel like, I mean, I was pretty pessimistic before, but I think Kickstart might actually have it in the right where we might have to find the source of this and stop it. But hold on, I guess in character, Harness would probably say just like, the kid might have a point, but Prime's probably got to know about this. If we can get back to base and get in touch with Rodimus, he can let us know what to do. And if not, well, and look over at Kickstart, we might just have to be goddamn heroes.
Yeah!
Ah, jeez.
Yeah,
I knew it!
I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, we can. You guys can do that. You can head on back to your mini headquarters. Yeah, you know where it is, so there's no issues finding it or getting there.
All right. Before we go, I do want to bring one of these bodies back. Mike, in terms of the state of the bodies, they were defeated. Are they deceased? Are they just sort of disabled for the time being? I know that in this rule system, it's sort of like up to DM Fiat or GM Fiat.
We're going to say that Decepticon Soldier because you destroyed him, I think, 3 more damage over his health.
Yeah, Kickstart cut him in twain.
He's done. He's done. Frontline, though, we'll say is not too badly damaged, but unfortunately, repairing him is going to pose a set of problems, considering that he is still infected. So while you think that you could fix him, it's not feasible at the moment.
Yeah.
Do we have cells or prison cells we can lock these dudes in?
That's a good question.
Attach a hook to him and drag it back. Because we have
I'll just-
triage, we have.
Oh no, triage is gone. Triage got swept into the
Oh.
wall.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that. So we have frontline.
We've got frontline and
Catapult just
Catapult.
needs regular healing. So
So moving catapult shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'm sure Kickstart,
I can carry him.
You're strong enough to carry, or you can just load him right on top of Harness's alt mode. Should be fine. I'm sure even Sopwith could just, like tie him to the bottom.
What
of
we could do is that we
alt
could,
mode.
since Catapult is unfortunately stuck in bot mode, so we can't just like hitch them to me in my alt mode like we normally would. So what we could do is sort of, it would be a little bit messier, use my tow hook and cable to tie up Frontline to Sopwith to fly back to base, where we can put them in a holding cell, and you guys can just put Catapult's bot form in the back of my tow truck mode, and I can just carry them back. And then Kickstart, if you can be bodyguard for us, we're gonna need that, because Sopwith will be able to stay out of the way of danger, but I'm gonna be super vulnerable, so I'm gonna need you to keep me safe. So I will use the tow hook and cable, and I will not touch Frontline. I will just hook the hook onto them and attach it as we did before, and I will do my best to attach that to Sopwith's alt mode.
alrighty.
I want you to give me a quick acrobatics test.
Why have you done this to me? No. I'm not good at this. No. Don't hate plague me like this. Alright. I have no skills in acrobatics, so this is at a snag. That's a big old 3.
Just a 3?
That's it. Rolled 2 d20s and took the lower.
Okay. Well, I set the DC in that very low, but you managed to beat it on the wrong way.
Why would you use that phrasing?
Yeah.
Phrasing!
All right. What I'm going to say is, you're being careful enough that you're not going to get infected, because you're being very cautious about how you connect your tow hook. However, what I'm going to say happens is, because you can't get a nice, good, solid connection on Frontline, what happens is, after you transform and you start pulling, what happens is you pull Frontline's torso plate off.
Ow.
Just imagine he flies. He gets about 20 feet in the air, and then thonk.
Yeah.
Chaps, I have a piece of him here.
Well,
I don't think this is everything we need.
It is also infected with hate plague.
well, we might not be able to. Frontline will be here, but maybe we can test the hate plague with what we've got on that front plate. But I don't think it's worth touching to try to reattach to Frontline. Boss is just gonna have to hang out here on the dam.
Give me a sec. I'll nip over to the nearest junkyard and borrow their electromagnet.
Yeah, we'll just do that real quick. We'll take the chest plate. I don't want to risk us touching any more than we already did. That roll horrified me to no end. So we'll take the chest plate. We'll unfortunately have to leave Frontline here, and then if Kickstart wants to load up Catapult, I'm gonna transform into my alt mode, and if you just want to lay him on the back of my tow truck mode, I'll drive back to base with Kickstart as my noble bodyguard.
Okay. Probably safer, if I'm being honest.
I'll keep a watch in the sky. So
yeah, and if anyone shows up, you can hit them with hate plague. Swinging around,
because that's gonna make things better.
Yeah,
they're gonna get a lot less aggressive when we do that.
Yeah, someone's just like, "Hey, friends, I was hoping I could help you out. Boom, I'll kill you."
28 cycles later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sopwith, I need you to make an alertness skill test for me.
Alright.
And you know what? To kickstart, I'm going to have you make the same thing.
Cool. 13.
15.
All right. Sopwith, as you are flying around, you notice that there are humans running around in various parts of the city, and you can clearly see that they are also infected with this virus. You see that there's some of them are large groups, and it effectively is a riot with upwards of like 50, 60 people just all fighting and attacking each other. And you think that based on what you've seen so far, that this group of people is probably going to either seriously injure or even kill themselves pretty effectively. And you see scattered groups of all of the city. No Transformers though. Right now, all you're seeing is infected humans.
Pretty flexible disease.
Kickstart. You are sticking close to the ground with harness, and you can hear, probably from a block away, the sounds of fighting. It sounds like humans fighting humans. It doesn't sound like any Transformers are involved in this.
I'm gonna let Harness know that it sounds like some humans are fighting around the corner. I'm worried that maybe the plague has gotten to them as well. Don't hear any other Cybertronians though.
Would I know from my previous science test for the hate plague whether it's can transfer between like cybernetic life as well as organic life? I think Kickstart's probably right, but would that be something that Harness would be able to make an objective reasoning for?
Since you got so high on that roll, I'll carry it over. And yeah, you think there's a very, very good chance that it could affect, it could transfer from technological to biological life. And you think there's also no reason why it couldn't transfer from like humans to animals as well.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I'm actually seeing them though, right? I can actually see them.
Correct.
So I was like, I'll just confirm that with these guys.
Yeah, we'll we can like communicate.
Assuming we're using our radios. We have radios, right?
Yeah.
You got a ham radio.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sort of like my little like headlights will flash as I say to Kickstarter, just like, better safe than sorry. Let's take a detour. We don't want to risk having humans get in our way. If things are as bad as Sopwith said on the radio, we might be the only Autobots left to help stop this.
Alright, I'll try to plot a course from the sky. Like, I can look ahead
Ooh,
and see
nice.
which ways
Hell
are
yeah.
clear. So,
Absolutely.
as he goes by, he just drags the piece of
Yeah.
metal.
I
Leaves
also
a trail
have...
of rage behind him.
Would Sopwith be able to help me? I have Streetwise as a skill. Would I be able to use that to know a route through Mission City to get to the base that could maybe avoid a more populated area?
It's a very literal interpretation of Streetwise. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I'm not even gonna have you guys roll for that one. I'm willing to bet that you know enough about the light of the city that you
Sure.
know enough, what areas to avoid, and you can, and with Sopwith, aiding you from above, and with Kickstart keeping an eye and keeping his ears open for things, and Pommel too.
Yeah.
You can make it to
And
the
Pommel,
house.
Pommel in their bot mode is your driver, right?
Yeah.
Still. That's so cool. I know it's not related to what we're doing right now, but I think that's awesome. All right, yeah. So we'll cruise around and avoid the humans.
Okay. So yeah, you managed to make it to your safe house with no problems. Yeah, and once you get in, you can notice immediately that the comm unit in the base is pinging. There's an incoming communication, kind of a broad range incoming communication.
All right, pick it up.
Okay.
Good day.
And I will tell you that you recognize the channel. It's a channel reserved for Autobot High Command, which is kind of unusual because high-level communications like that is rarely done on an open frequency. But, with all the basis equipment, you do confirm that it is a legit signal.
All right.
All right.
Hello?
I'll sort of lay catapult on a table as I move over, transform, lay them on the table, and then move over to the comm station.
Sure thing.
I'll
Yeah,
put the piece of metal on the roof. That'll
He's
keep it out of trouble for now.
Yeah. Catapult wakes up. What's that?
Damn it.
Should I lick it?
So yeah, you go ahead and you activate your comm devices or your comm channel, and what you hear is this.
This is Rodimus Prime broadcasting to any Autobots in range. Primus, I'd even take a Decepticon. I say again, this is Rodimus Prime to any infected Cybertronian. Please respond.
Hello, Mr. Prime. We've lost half our team to this thing, but we still have four functional Autobots here, ready and willing to lend assistance.
Thank Primus. I was about to give up hope that anyone was left. Who's there with you?
I have Mr. Start, Mr. Harness, Mr. Pommel, and my name is Sopwith, and we have Mr. Frontline, but he's not feeling up to snuff.
Frontline we left on the dam.
Oh. Well, who are you? He says, ouch. Mr. Catapult. There we go. Terribly sorry.
How did you three? Sorry, you four. How did you escape this?
I'd be willing to say it was dumb luck, sir. We're dumb and we got lucky.
and with some help and heroics from our sword wielding fighter here, Kickstart.
It was the power of teamwork. The power of teamwork. All of us working together.
I recognize you, Kickstart. You recently came to Earth. Isn't that right?
I did, sir. I did. New recruit. Only been here a few months.
I'm sorry this is the trial by fire you have to go through, but Promise tests us all in our own way.
But
it's okay. It's okay, sir. Thank you very much for having me here and defending the Earth. It's an honor.
Kid, you didn't tell me that you knew a Prime.
I don't know a Prime that well, but he's talking to me.
I need you three, you four, to do something dangerous and probably reckless. You up for it?
Are you up for it?
100%.
Aye, sir.
Alright.
I need you to find Perceptor, but he's not answering his comms. Columnsat 5 shows you in Mission City. The satellite has tracked him to Spike's old garage. We used it as cover before Autobot City was built. It will be in the city with you. If anyone can figure out a solution to this plague, it'll be him. Your mission is to find him, keep him safe, and help him any way you can.
Any functional ground bridge between here and that mechanic shop?
No luck on ground bridges. They were a huge target for the cons already, and because of the plague we can't risk that they've been compromised. But the location should be in your database. I don't think you will have any trouble finding it.
We will do everything we can to stop this, sir.
Don't you worry, Mr. Prime. We'll dust up and see what he's up to, and he'll get this all sorted out, no doubt.
I trust all of you to do your best. Good luck to you all.
All right. All right.
We're all gonna die.
I've heard that before, and it's usually right.
Come on, we've got a plan. Don't be so pessimistic. We have direction.
You're
we
right.
know what
you're
we
right.
can do.
We've got orders from a Prime, and that ain't nothing. So let's. I will go up to the computer and I will access the database to find the location of this mechanic garage.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to find. It was an old safe house for Autobots in the pre-Autobot City era. It is in the eastern district of the city next to Highway 4. That's the highway that bisects the metropolis. It's largely an industrial area. It's a remnant from when the city used to be a manufacturing hub versus the kind of services and commercial and research districts that the city has turned into. But yeah, you can point it out on the map and plot out a course for it.
Now, the course that would be plotted for it, does that run through the city, like through the populated areas where we saw all the infected humans?
It does run through some population sectors, yeah, but you can effectively map quest it. and have it bypass some of the more populated areas. Easy enough.
Yeah, well,
you see, chap, you just click the avoid zombies button. You know.
Yes. I'm glad they added that button. It's very fortuitous that it would happen around now. Yeah, so we'll sort of like map out a path that sort of avoids those central locations. Is Catapult still out and not seeming responsive?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't think that Catapult's gonna be much help for you on this mission?
Yeah. I will quickly write up like a data pad message or something for them that if Catapult should come to consciousness, that we need them basically to stay here in the comm center to be our sort of relay between us and Rodimus so that we can be in communication with him if we need be. Having him here would be, I think, be useful if he comes to.
We hook up our charger so he can recover.
Yeah, if we have like an Energon like pod that we can put him in to sort of like help him recover, I'll definitely toss him in there.
There's a couple of recharge slabs over in one of the other rooms in your headquarters here, and yeah, you can hook him up to that and get him on an Energon line.
P.S. Nice. Stay off the roof.
Stay off the roof. We'll just leave a little message for him, whether written or if it needs to be audio, whatever needs to be. So that maybe they can help us out on the comm station, just to give it, and also like get them up to speed. But I guess with our course mapped out, Kickstart and I can hit the road, and then if Sopwith wants to sort of like run scouting for us, just sort of like let us know what's coming up so we can maybe avoid crowds of humans. Cybertronians that are infected, we can blast, but I don't know if any of us feel comfortable blasting humans. I think that's a no-go as far as Autobots are concerned. And that would be tricky. If we got stuck in a crowd of humans, we'd basically be donezo. So yeah, I would think with the map course, unless there's anything else you guys want to do at base.
Is there any equipment here? Because I'd like to get one of those bull bars and maybe a water cannon if we have it available.
So what I'll do is I will let you pick one piece of equipment up to, do I want to do limited or restricted? I'll do one piece of equipment up to restricted that you can have for free.
I don't think support equipment has rarity ratings.
Support doesn't have restrictions, but if we wanted to grab other stuff.
I don't know what else there is. We already have
I'll just restock my tow line since I lost a couple lengths of it in various attempts to restrain folks.
And I'm sure you had to cut off the actual like winch part of it too once the torso got stuck to it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna repair that real quick so that's up and running.
Yeah, the support equipment doesn't have rarities.
Okay,
I could grab some heavy duty explosives, but
yeah, I'm not gonna belabor the point.
I'll get a bolt bar.
Yeah,
okay. If there's a piece of equipment
that zombified.
And like I said, if there's a piece of equipment that you find you're going to need later on, and you want to say you got it from this, I'm okay with that. Just keep it reasonable.
Yeah. What I will probably do is I will swap out my frag grenades for concussion grenades because there's a good chance we end up fighting more Autobots, and if we can deal stun damage without touching them, I think that would be the way to go. So I'm going to swap out my frag grenades for stun grenades.
That's a good idea.
Quick question, Mike, because I cannot use like limited weapons, but I can use a standard weapon with a limited upgrade. Could I take a piece of equipment with one limited upgrade on it?
Yeah. I'm okay with
Cool. I'm gonna take a deadly close combat blade.
Nice.
that. Pommel is super jelly right now.
Hey, I look at him like, this is so you don't get infected. I'm doing this for you.
I think grenades are also standard issue, so you guys can also grab some stun grenades if you wanted.
I
Or
actually
they're
I have
concussion
concussive grenades. I actually made sure to take a couple of those.
Awesome. Yeah, we're all set
I'll
then.
get 2 of them.
So yeah, if there's nothing else, then all 4 of you can make it to the mechanics garage. And you know,
if we can, Mike, may I don't mean to apologize. I don't mean to.
You don't mean to apologize.
I don't mean to apologize. I did this on purpose.
Apologize.
I'm not going to apologize. But as we go out, as we are preparing to leave, Kickstart, would you like to cue us into transforming and rolling out?
Really?
I look at you like
Hey,
you've earned it.
he smiles brightly and he's just like, all right, Autobots, transform and roll out.
You love to hear it. And I will heavy duty transform.
Last transformation of his life.
Awesome.
It takes you about a half hour or so to navigate the city. Ironically enough, there's like no traffic on the road, so progress is pretty quick. But you do have to take a couple of detours around some populated city blocks. And since you went ahead and checked it out and mapped out how to get there, I'm not going to worry about you guys hitting any pockets of humans or anything else like that, because you did your due diligence and made certain that you were careful on that. So, yeah, you arrive at the garage, and the main door is closed. There's no lights or sounds coming from the place. It honestly looks abandoned. So, yeah, walk me through it. What do you want to do?
Is there any other entry point at all into this? Any windows or anything aside from that door?
So yes, there is a small door to the side. You think that if this was used as a safe house, this might be a real door, or it might just be a like a faux door, like a decoration, so that it looks like it's like it belongs here. So you don't quite know, but yes, there is a door there for you to examine. That long-winded explanation was just to tell you that yes, that's a door.
There is a door.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who has like alertness stuff would be good. I am not good at this. So if someone else wants to take point,
I can do alertness.
I can also do alertness, and so can Pommel.
ooh, you guys can help each other out.
Why don't I lend assistance?
Nice.
All right. Lending assistance is an upshift or
Or an edge.
an edge.
Based on situation.
I will say upshift in this case, because upshifts are generally for like preparation and competence, whereas edges are for more circumstantial bonuses.
Can I have both Sopwith and Pommel help me and get 2 upshifts or just 1?
Considering that you're probably going to be looking, I'll say that if you are examining kind of things in a general sense, I'll say yes, you can have them both. If you're examining something like a door or a console, only 1.
Okay, I'm going to examine just everything around to get a general idea of what's around, so I'll take both upshifts. 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell that there's no movement and there's nothing in the major part of the of the garage, and you would expect that there's probably like a larger section, kind of where it looks like a real garage. It might have actually been a real garage too. Maybe Spike and Sparkplug actually, worked on stuff in here. But if Perceptor is here, he's likely going to be in one of the deeper sections of the building, maybe even underground. But you're fairly convinced that there is no one within the larger section of the building.
And as a detail, the door that we're sort of like coming up to, we're like Kickstart is sort of examining the sort of the outer area. Is the door closed, or does it look like it's been forced open?
All the doors are closed. Both like the main garage door and the like human-sized door.
That's good. If the
garage
the
door's the only
plague
one we'd hope to fit through, right? I mean,
yeah,
we can squeeze through the little dinky
yeah.
doors.
The normal human door is going to be a tough call. None of us are that small.
Well, I mean,
Well,
did we go all around the building already?
I'll say with that roll that you guys did, you took an exam. It took a loop around the building, checked it all out.
If this was a Transformers hideout, there's got to be a way inside.
do you think it's more than meets the eye?
Your point.
Well, all the characters look at the camera. It's like, yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we can waste time. I mean, it seems like it's
No.
locked up. He's probably further in if he's not making any noise here. We've got to get to Perceptor. The sooner we get to him, the sooner we can cure this and stop the madness.
All
We
right.
could always try knocking. We're not.
I'll knock on the
infected
garage
with
door.
Like,
Bong, bong,
yeah,
bong.
if Perceptor's inside, maybe he'll say hello.
Is there a comm channel we can check to see if he's there?
Hello. I have
Are
a nice
you-
little glass slide to look
Are
at.
you?
It might have some
so we're-
interesting bioorganisms on it. Would that tempt you out, Perceptor?
So what are you doing?
Stains.
Are you knocking on the door or?
We can try comms, but then
I'll knock.
it might not be a bad idea just to knock.
I'll knock the drug comms.
Well, you knock first. You hit the reverberation, in the building, and after a few seconds, nothing.
We gotta get in there.
All right, heck with this. Better blast the lock open.
Yeah,
Okay.
the garage doors, are they like a lift sort of garage door?
Well, I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's locked, right? Is it locked?
We could try. I'll try lifting. I got a pretty decent
Watch it be
brawn.
unlocked and we just hadn't bothered trying.
Yeah. I'll try the garage door and see what happens. Just like stand back in case it's trapped. It's probably an explosive. I guess I hope
okay.
it's an explosive. And I will lift the garage. I'll attempt to lift the garage door.
Go ahead and give me a brawn test then.
All right. Let's see. I've got a D4 in brawn.
And I will say that that it is big enough where if someone wants to lend assistance, it's big enough for two.
Yeah, if someone wants to give me a hand,
All right.
I
I'll give
will
you a hand.
gladly take it. I guess someone has to be skilled in brawn. So as long as you're skilled in
Not-
brawn.
I am not.
I have a little brawn.
You're
I have
not?
some brawn.
All right. As long
No,
as one
I'm-
of you is, then we're good.
I'm skilled in might.
Aha.
Or he
All
might.
right.
Are you saying you might be skilled in brawn?
Ah,
Got him. Got him. I'm just double checking to see if my toe hook. I don't think my toe hook would help in this particular.
Yeah. Listen,
I'm a tow truck. I want to use it as often as I can.
I'll just stick one of my
no, it's just for pulling stuff.
my
not lifting
propeller
stuff.
beams right underneath the edge. Help him out.
Yeah.
Oh, Pommel is actually skilled in brawn.
Can Pommel help too?
I mean, he's got a D2 in it, so I'm assuming he can give you a little bit of an upshift.
Is there room at this garage door for 2 Transformers and a Minicon?
As long as Pommel's willing to transform into a sword mode and be used as a lever, sure.
Is that how this works?
Why
I
not?
mean, couldn't he as a robot just be like, eh?
Yeah, I think so. As long as because the Minicons get their own specializations or skill ranks, so
Yeah.
he could just help us out.
All right.
So, all right. So
Small enough, I
with
suppose.
2 upshifts, we're at a D8. So let's see. Let's go. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 23 brawn test.
Oh,
6 on the D8 with 2 upshifts and a 17 on the die.
watch it be
All right.
unlocked, and we're all just gonna fall in like the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a success, and Sopwith and Pommel are all up front at the door. Kickstart, where are you?
I was standing behind Harness and Pommel just in case, and I had the blade, my new blade out ready to attack if anything came out.
Okay, you're behind them. That's fair enough.
Chaps, I think this is where we get shot in the face.
Yeah.
You get your digits underneath the garage door, and all three of you pull it up. You can hear the mechanism kind of grinding as the door is lifted up. As soon as it lifts high enough for you to step under it, you hear a metallic click off to the side, and a very fast power up, and all of you get shot by an electric bolt. Take
Yikes.
1 damage, all three of you. Not you, Kickstarter.
Ow!
Oh,
After you recover from the blast, you kind of look to the side and realize that it is a hastily constructed shock trap. Looks like it was built probably in the last day or so. Actually, probably not even the last day or so, probably in the last hour or so. Very hastily thrown together, and now that it's discharged, you can see that it has burnt itself out.
Not too bad for a hasty construction. As I'm smoking.
Are the three of you okay?
well, all my ammunition didn't go off, so that's a plus.
Yeah, let's all get inside before something else zaps us. I can do some quick healing, if need be. Stop with. I will do an intraphyllum on you. I'll burn an energon, and give you a quick infusion, and bring you back by 1. And how much health does Pommel have?
So he had 2 to start, but his actual health is dependent on when he docks with me and when he disengages.
Oh,
'Cause
interesting.
I give him health.
Okay, so does he not need healing then?
Not really, no, because he can dock with me and we'll be okay.
He's gonna take
Okay,
your health
cool.
away.
When he's docked with me, no, he actually gives me that health back
Mm-hmm.
that he had, and it actually increases my own health.
Nice.
Because having a minicon dock to me actually increases my health by 2. So if he
Nice.
docks with me, I still get a +1 to my health.
Awesome.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, although he's only got 2. If he disconnects again, is he gonna have 2 up again, or is he gonna have 1?
Yeah, but I'll go down 1. I can give him as much health as I want when I disconnect.
I'm just wondering
Gotcha.
who has the more health and who could benefit from the healing the most.
Don't worry about healing Pommel. It's fine. I'll leave him docked with me.
All right.
All right.
If it comes down to something something is an emergency, we can heal, but
Yeah.
we'll be okay.
Yeah. I'll save the actions for now. Let's get a sense of our current surroundings before
Yeah,
I
let's
start.
get in the
doing
garage
any
and close the
repair
door.
actions. Yeah. Good call. Yeah. We'll go inside and we'll close the door behind us.
Can we lock the door?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because the mechanism was kind of damaged as you were pulling it up and you were forcing the door open, I'm going to say no, you can't lock it. But if you want to try and weld it or do something like that, you can attempt that. But it's not going to lock naturally anymore.
Is there a crowbar around here?
I was just gonna ask if I can use the fact that Pommel is a blazing weapon and just drag him along the edges to seal it shut.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
let's do it. Yeah.
Weld ourselves in.
All right. I take Pommel out and I drag him around the edge of the door while he's on fire and just seal the thing shut.
Awesome. Yeah, success. All right, good. Yeah, so you take a look around you, and for the most part, it does look like a typical kind of mechanic's garage. You can actually see the lifts, human-sized tools and everything like that. You think that this part of the garage is likely a legit garage, and it might have even been again something that Spike or Sparklet may have worked in 20 years previous. But as you kind of look further towards the back of the garage, you can see that there is what looks like a lift in the floor that appears it might go down into something.
Let's
I'm gonna
check it out in case it tries to zap us.
Well, hold on. I want to walk over to the lift, not touching the lift.
Yeah.
But I want Kickstart to walk over to the lift, kind of kneel down to it, and yell down, "Perceptor! Rodimus sent us! If you're down there, there's 3 of us here. Kickstart, Sopwith, and Harness. Oh, and Pommel too. He's here, I guess."
He's sitting there tapping his foot, arms crossed. He's just like, I'm gonna get you.
We're here to try and stop the plague. We're not infected. I know that sounds like something an infected would say, but we're not infected.
I say, do you want to know our weak points too? Yes. How about I paint a target on my chest for you?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion test.
Nice.
I am actually skilled in this.
Nice.
16.
Ooh, nicely done. You call down to Perceptor, and a voice answers you, not from down there, but from the speakers around the garage, and it says,
"If you are who you say you are, and you are not indeed infected, go to the monitor to your left and let me see for myself."
And as you look to the side, you'll see that there's it's a computer mainframe that is cleverly disguised as some repair equipment, like a box of tools and stuff. It's kind of just like on there, but not on there. It's cleverly hidden.
All right. Well, tap at the camera here.
This screen turns on. There's a screen underneath it. Screen turns on. You see Perceptor's face.
Let me see everyone. Each of you stand in front of the camera.
Okay. You make your moves around to ensure that he can see you, that you are not glowing or anything.
Go ahead and stand forward on the lift. I will bring it down to the lower level.
Mighty kind.
Thank you.
Now it means when we get down to the bottom, we all go, boo!
Yeah. It's like, okay, when I get down to the bottom, we're gonna pretend we have the hate plague. Quick, I got this glowing red spray paint that I made in the lab real quick. It'll be so funny.
The lift lowers down about the height of 2 bots, and then as it's lowering down, you can see a sliding floor come up over you. And as soon as the lift hits the bottom, a door in front of you slides open, and the 3 of you look into the room, and it is quite clearly a workshop of some kind. And Perceptor is standing at a workbench in the center of the room. Improvised tools kind of scattered throughout the room. Perceptor himself has half his torso plate and his shoulder removed. You can see blast scarring covering the shattered armor pieces on the table. It looks like he's trying to effect repairs, but the damage to the shoulder joint is just making it difficult for him.
Greetings. I'm glad that some of us have made it through this tumult unscathed. As you can see, I clearly did not.
What exactly happened to you?
Unfortunately, I was struck by one of Superion's cannons as he rampaged through downtown. As you can see, this is the result of it. Thankfully, I was able to take cover under.
Superion's got the hate plague?
All of the aerial bots do, yes. Along with the Protecto bots, Ultra Magnus, most of the Throttle bots, and I'm sure by this point many others have come in contact with this condition. But, wait, you say the hate plague?
Yeah, we did a cursory examination of 2 of our comrades that seemed to be infected with it, and based on what I was able to observe and sort of deduce from that, I think it's hate plague. I know it's only been speculatified about in the centuries, but it all seems to line up. I know it's only mythology. Do you need help with your arm? You're trying to weld that here. You tell Rodimus sent us, but I can at least help you with that. You're no good to us with only one arm. I will move over and I will try to help him repair himself.
Yep, you can certainly do that. You can either do the technology test to do it, or if you want.
I'm no good at this talking bit. The kid and Flyboy can help you out with that. I will go over there and I will break out my repair kit and I will start helping with that.
Was that you putting on a rubber glove?
that was his hand folding into and a little soldering iron sort of weld.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so much better. I was like, what are you doing?
This all being, just turn your head and cough there, would you?
Yeah, just turn your head and cough from it real quick.
The bot with the rubber glove was surprisingly gentle.
Yeah. Just gonna examine your USB port real quick.
So,
Whoa, it's a 1.0. It's a 1.0.
But yeah, I will assist in repairing Perceptor while these guys I will just sort of say like Rodimus sent us to try to solve this, but I'll leave the rest to you guys as I will help him with repairs.
There's no top area. Is your radio busted by any chance? Because I know he's been trying to get a hold of you, and I know you wouldn't hide from him if you'd had a choice.
I don't know what happened to the communications array. It could have simply been time or damage from the infected humans or other Cybertronians. I've tried to raise Rodimus Prime on my own comms, but unfortunately I don't have the range needed to reach Autobot City, and whatever damage is present is outside this room. I have not ventured outside since I have arrived. Repairing myself has been a higher priority.
Try to radio back to our base to see if Catapult's woken up yet. Hello, Catapult, come in.
No answer.
Wake up. Hello.
Yep, no answer. You're not certain if it's just he's still unconscious or if something else happened, but yeah, no response.
Shriek if you can hear me. All right, well, Rodimus sent us to find you, and we have a sample of, there's probably no shortage of samples, but we have a sample of a plate with this stuff on it. What do you need to, besides being repaired and being healthy, which we will help you do, what else do you need for us to do to help you most likely figure out what's wrong with this?
Also, Pommel came into contact with it. I was able to scrape it off, but he didn't touch it.
Yes, we've determined it isn't jam.
That is
excellent news. If that for your companion Pommel, of course, but the amount of samples that we can use to determine the cause of this seem to be plentiful. Unfortunately, I simply do not have the resources to conduct research here. However, Wheeljack had a lab not far from here. He used it to conduct research and run experiments that were deemed too dangerous for the Ark. It is connected to this facility via underground passages which connects it to the rest of the city. If we can make it there, and collect some of the samples we discussed, it should provide a clear and danger-free passage for us. That was my next destination once I had completed repairs on my shoulder armature.
Does he mean there's a tunnel from here to there? Or we have to go somewhere else?
So there's a connection point from here into like the underground sections of the city, maintenance areas, sewers, stuff like that. And he's saying that you can travel to Wheeljack's old lab here in the city underground.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good to know. The sample that we have, I think we left that behind, right? Or unless Sopwith carried that and left it in the parking lot.
Yeah, I determined dragging that around was having an adverse effect on my relationships.
So I guess we can ask Perceptor, like, do you think that Wheeljack's lab will have what we need, or do we need to bring a sample down there with us? Because it's sort of not friendly for interacting with. It's hard to get a sample.
That is very accurate, but we are still going to need some live samples of this contagion. displayed if we are to make any progress towards finding a cure. But I understand that it's going to be very dangerous to acquire these samples. Let us get to Wheeljack's lab first, and then we can worry about what we can find. We might be able to make great strides by examining your friend Pummel here and comparing that to any readings the three have taken. That will be step one before we try attaining more samples.
I mean, I could try to go back and get it.
Yeah, I mean, if all else fails, Pommel could ride your alt mode back to help you sort of gather that piece. If I gave,
I really just need a box and a pair of tongs. I mean,
yeah, that's
pretty much.
Well, it sounds like maybe we can get to the lab first, and then we can determine whether we need to have you fly all the way back. Because for you, I mean, it's all pretty accessible since you can fly. So does it sound like you? So Perceptive, do you want us to go with you to this base underground foist, and then we can see about getting the sample afterwards? Or do you want us to get the sample foist, and then we go through the tunnels?
Let's head to the tunnels and get to Wheeljack's lab. Let's make certain we have access to it. Because if we can't get into the facility, then having a sample is academic. If the lab is unavailable to us, then we're going to have to make a very dangerous trek to Autobot City or to some other place that has comparable research facilities. And that is not something that I encourage us to pursue.
Lift your arm real quick, and I will take a spanner and just give it a sharp plank as I reattach a section of his arm back together. This is gonna tingle a bit.
I'll say that you can get his shoulder joint working with no problems, and you can reattach the shoulder the shoulder plate. But his breastplate though is shattered beyond repair.
It's more important that he can use both hands right now. We don't want him in combat, so
yeah, exactly. Effectively, if he is in combat, he is going to take some penalties to his hit. So,
all right. Well, at least he's got both his. At least he's got the use of all of his digits again. That's pretty big.
Does he need a weapon or anything like that?
He has a gun. I mean, he doesn't really carry a ton of weapons to begin with, but he's got a sidearm.
If we get in trouble, protecting him is our top priority anyway. So
agreed.
Right. Okay.
Underground, huh? This is not the most freeing environment, but
we make do with what we got.
You know.
Do we need do we have illumination like flashlights and stuff to go down there?
I'll say yes. Either from your headquarters or from here, you can find some illumination sources. Even if it's just a human lantern that you're carrying, you can find something.
The workshop's gonna have it because they need it when you work on. You need a light.
Couldn't we just turn on our headlights?
If you have headlights.
Yeah, I guess my headlights, based on my art, I've got my headlights in my torso, so I guess I could turn those.
I mean, I always envisioned Kickstart with his the hood on his chest, but
that's
what the art gave me. But
and yeah, I mean that's perfectly fine as well. So maybe
Pommel's on fire.
Yeah, Pommel is a torch. That's true. That's 100% true.
I just thought that, you were like a certain race car we all know, and you didn't have real headlights. They were stickers.
They were just stickers, yeah.
No, not a racer. More practical. More practical.
So once you've finished repairs, Perceptor will gather up a couple of just small tools around here, just in case he needs it, and he will lead you to the back of the workshop, and there is a door that will open and lead into a hallway. It takes you about a half hour, 40 minutes or so, but you're making your way along these passageways. They kind of twist and turn. They will connect into the repair ducts, repair kind of halls for the city. They will go into effectively the sewers, effectively waste waste processing areas. Kind of think like the old cartoon where you're walking underground, you just kind of there's this huge underground just space, and you're walking through hallways, through rivers, through these almost like amphitheaters as you're kind of going through it. It's just it's a lot of stuff down there that most people don't really know about.
Turn off my olfactory sensors.
And
I
yeah,
say
like
this puts me
you're-
this puts me in mind of the Battle of Somme, was it? That's when the mess tent caught on fire. Yes, 10,000 potatoes. It was a shame.
I think Harness would just sort of like shake his head. He's just like, "You're a plane. Why would you have been underground?"
I am clinging to every word.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
I can't tell you how freeing it is to be a plane after having played, an inanimate object for 4 years.
Yeah,
I can go anywhere.
sky's literally the limit.
So it takes you about 30 or 40 minutes or so. And then I want the three of you to make an alertness roll.
Pommel can do it too, right?
Sure.
I believe in it.
Hey boss, look, there's something up there.
What if he spoke with like a medieval sort of like vocabulary? It's like, forsooth, my liege, danger is yonder. Let us tarry not.
Strangely enough, we both got a 21.
Wow.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I'll do you one better. I got a 7. Oh wait, that's not better at all. That's so much worse.
8 over here.
8 over there. Okay. Harness and Sopwith, you don't hear anything. You're just you hear the footsteps echoing through the hallway as you're marching down.
Now, when it comes to turnips,
But Kickstart and Pommel, both of you hear the sound of movement up ahead. Not only that, but it sounds metallic, which makes you think that it is a Cybertronian.
I put my hand up to stop, put one finger up, and I just quietly say, there is something up ahead, something metallic. I cannot tell if it's friend or foe yet, though.
I'll bring in my arm with my blaster.
I'll say, should we kill the lights? Hide ourselves a little bit?
We got to be able to see them if we want to do anything about it. None of us have
you
any.
can't stab something without your sword.
Actually, GM, if I may, I will say.
I'll
when
listen.
He says that. If I might, I was like, I thought something like this might happen, so I grabbed this at the base, and I will pull out night vision goggles by using a story point to
Okay.
get a piece of equipment that's relevant to our current circumstances. Yeah, a minor piece of equipment, if you'll allow me.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right. So I'll burn our second story point. But we regained one because of your epic sword slash, I believe, at the end of last session.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
So I will pull out from sort of my toolkit. It kind of looks like Hot Shot's visor from Armada, and then
All
sort of like I'll fix it to my head and I'll sort of like kill the lights real quick, and it'll sort of like activate for night vision.
Okay.
Okay.
I moved all of you to a new map. So go ahead and take a look and
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, start moving forward.
Spooky.
All right. I guess
It's the
we'll have
only
to
one
move
we
as
see.
stealthily as we can. Yeah. I guess since I'm the only one who can see, I'll like have them, and then I'll think real quick and be like, wait a minute. I'm not stealthy. I was like, are any of you good at sneaking?
What? Sneaking? Sneaking? I suppose I could tiptoe. Clank, clank.
Yeah. If no one's good at stealth, then it won't matter. But like,
No. I mean that would be infiltration, correct?
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
have one rank in infiltration, but that's
I have none, so you may be the best person.
Yes.
hilarious. All right, I will. That's hilarious. All right, I will sneak forward as best I can. Is this gate closed here?
We'll say the that gate is not there. I just had to use the map. So any
Sure,
gates you see, the area is open.
And I'm going to do an infiltration test to sneak up to this corner and look down the hallway and see if I can see the source of these footsteps that Kickstart mentioned.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So this is infiltration. I've got 1 rank. I am for sure burning some of my excess energon on this. Absolutely. For an upshift. So we'll go up to a D4. So that's a D20. 2 ranks puts us at D4. All right, let's see how we do. Not bad. Not great, but not terrible. 17.
17 is nice. That beats my 11. So, yes, what you see down here is a group of 3 Decepticons kind of clustered around a barricade that is that's kind of opening up into like a larger area behind them. It looks like they've set this hallway up as a choke point and are kind of standing at it and manning it. I will also tell you that since you have some goggles here, you can see that behind the 3 of them, there are a few other Decepticons that are kind of sitting against the wall. They're not moving around too much. It looks like they could be damaged, but yeah. So you got some Decepticons down here. They are not glowing red.
Yeah, that was my follow-up question. Okay. I will stealthily sort of move back to where we were. And is Perceptor with us?
Yep. Perceptor will be with you. He'll hang to the back there.
If he isn't, we're in big trouble. Where did he go?
Yeah, he's damaged. He betrayed us.
It's like Alien. There was a guy here a second ago.
Yeah. I will go back and I was just like, it's a bunch of Decepticons, but they're not glowing red. They don't have the hate plague. It looks like they're all holed up. I don't know. Normally, I'd be all for going in and scrapping some Deceptichumps, but we might need their help. As much as I hate to say it.
Well,
Pommel is excitedly going, "Oh, I can hit him! I can cut him! I can cut these ones!"
Yeah, cool your jets there, little guy. I don't know. What do you guys think?
A little gunship diplomacy never hurts. We can say hello, and if they don't say if they're not friendly, then we can fall back on Plan Slice.
They do outnumber us.
Yes,
by quite a bit. Perceptor's not really combat ready. We're outnumbered 2-1, so a fight will definitely be tough. And if we sacrifice the element of surprise, well, we'll be in trouble. But what do you think, Kickstart?
Well, I do believe with the element of surprise we could take them, but given the circumstance of the hate plague, we should try and get their help and try to maybe work something out democratically. Did you say that they did you tell us there were some that were damaged?
I don't know if I mentioned that detail, but I can mention that.
Maybe if we offer them the chance to repair their friends, they will let us through unscathed. If we offer them something they may need and the chance for us to make it past, maybe that'll work.
There's a lot to be said on that idea.
If Used wants to lead it, I don't know if I trust Decepticons. If I repair them, they might just use that as an excuse to take us out because they'll be more healed up, but...
I could throw an intimidation in there, too.
It's not a bad idea.
Let's see where they say.
Yeah, I do generally agree, though. I think in our current circumstance with the hate plague, I think that we may have to become temporary allies with Decepticons to succeed. And if not, we'll get into a fight, but I say we try for it. Kickstart, you have the high diplomacy, persuasion, intimidation stuff.
Right? I have a D4 in persuasion.
Nice. I don't have persuasion. persuasion, so I don't know if I can lend assistance in that. I have streetwise, but that won't really be as helpful in this. But I don't know if Pommel's got persuasion. But
No, he has intimidation.
gotcha.
Pommel can be very persuasive.
He can
Yeah.
be, yes.
I have my grappler has the alternative effect of intimidation, but
You see
just
that?
sort of spinning it.
You just spin it like a greaser.
Yeah, if I just spin it and sort of like make sparks on the ground, we can intimidate. But it'll be based on your check. So yeah, I'd say let's open up negotiations and see what we can do.
Do you want me to just step out by myself and give it a shot?
I say
first-
I say we go all together. I don't think it would be like one lone Autobot. I think will make a hard case for them. But if they know there's more of us, then that gives us, I think, some leverage. The Decepticons, at the end of the day, I think they'll still respect strength.
Okay.
So I think if we show up together, we'll be like, hey, we're trying to stop this hate plague, and we need your help. But yeah, we'll go with you, I think.
Okay. All right, then. I'll have Pommel disengaged, but like right next to me.
Mhm.
He'll put his tiny little hands up.
Go ahead and move yourselves into position and say what you want to say.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna
Let's do it.
I'll pop around the corner, hands up,
Yep. I'll
Pommel
be right
next to me.
you.
and I'm just gonna say, Decepticons, we mean you no harm right now, and we offer a truce. If you're willing to hear us out.
And I will hold a contingency action that if they attack us, I will fire.
Okay.
But that's a held action.
As soon as they hear anything, because you did beat your you did beat their alertness with your infiltration, so they don't know that you're there until you actually make a sound. As soon as you hear them, as soon as they hear
And
you
our
make
light.
a sound, yep,
Mhm.
and your light. So as soon as they do that, or as soon as you do that, they are going to draw their weapons and aim them in your direction. But
Yep.
they aren't firing.
Okay.
And I think that's an important kind of first step in this discussion.
Yeah.
Yes. We are simply trying to get somewhere past you to help try to find a cure to the hate plague that's going on the surface. We see that a few of you are damaged. We'll offer assistance if you let us pass with no fight, no quarrel, or anything. At this time, this plague is affecting everybody, and we should help each other and not fight. Can
you
I
see
roll a
the-
persuasion? Or?
I want you to roll a persuasion skill test, and you can see that the three ones up front are kind of conferring with each other and kind of just deliberating as to whether they should trust you or not.
19.
Nice.
19.
I didn't even need the Energon. I was about to look through the books. Like, do we want to use Energon?
I
Do
am
we wanna use
killing it with these
Nice.
rolls.
Yes,
Hell
indeed.
yeah, man.
I am gonna screw up somewhere real
Yeah.
bad.
The bad
My
luck is
God.
stockpiling.
Oh man, I'm gonna die.
All right. Well, the main dude up here, you can tell that he is a seeker, but he does look a little green. Like he doesn't look as experienced or as much of a veteran as like some of the other seekers you've seen are.
I thought you were gonna say it was Acid Storm.
Better than red right now, because glowing red is bad. Green, I'll take.
Right. Do the four of you have any repair equipment? Can you fix our downed soldiers?
Our friend right here, Harness, is a scientist and medic. He should be able to help get your friends back up.
I can fix these up, but don't get any funny ideas about it. I'm not thrilled about this arrangement, but it's what's got to be done.
And from the back, you hear, I don't want to be fixed by no damn Autobot.
And I don't want to fix you. I'll come over there.
Jerry.
And where do you? So what do you want in exchange for all of this? You're gonna heal. You're gonna repair our men here, our soldiers. What do you want? No one gives anything for free.
We want safe passage through, that's all.
Safe passage to where?
Beyond. Further down. Listen, old cock. We're offering to help you here and to get out of your hair. So we can get back to killing each other some other time, but bigger things are afoot right now. See?
Is there a more secure place further down?
No idea.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know how secure it is. We are trying to get down there because it might help. It might help in curing the plague. It might give us a little bit more information. If you are looking for a secure place, I'll lean over to like Harness and stop with, be like, if they're looking for someplace secure, should we tell them about the garage?
I wouldn't. We need someplace to fall back to if Wheelchecks isn't safe.
It's probably not any better than here anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately we don't know anywhere else secure, but it seems like nothing with the hate plague has made it down here, so if we can get you repaired, you can keep hunkering down here and you should be safe. And if we can get through and cure the hate plague, you should be able to make it back up to the surface then.
All right. I don't hate Autobots. I think we can deal. You help us with our men, with our soldiers, and we'll let you through.
Can I walk up to him extending a hand to shake it to make a deal?
You can try.
I'm gonna walk forward.
Yeah, as he steps forward, Harness is like, careful, kid.
Listen, times are tough. We have to trust.
He'll nod. He won't stop you. He was just sort of like nervous.
Yeah.
I think it was more like an impulsive sort of like, oh.
Yeah.
I can trust that you Autobots are honorable and that you're gonna keep your word. You're weak like that.
Oh, Harness is getting mad.
And then, go ahead and let him through.
I shake his hand, and if we do shake, I want to grip it just a little bit tighter than I normally would.
Oh, absolutely.
Just
Nice.
and look him right in the eyes and say, "Till all are one."
Oh! 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 Damn! Holy shit! That was cool. Nice.
That was real cold there, kid. Real cold. All right, yeah, he'll go ahead and he'll back closer to his men, let you through.
All right. I will bring out my repair kit, and I'll patch up the Decepticons to heal them up. I'm not gentle about it, but I will do it.
He breaks out the rubber glove.
Oh no!
Sopwith is gonna just chat with the other airplanes about airplane things. Wind speed ratios and drag, and how their silhouette probably could be more efficient. And
Said the biplane.
hey,
How they avoid getting
once you achieve perfection, why would you do anything else?
how they avoid getting chickens on their windshield.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how'd you get that pigeon out of your grill?
No, there's a trick.
That's what the propeller is for.
The mechanics will hate you if I tell you this.
Mechanics hate him.
Mechanics hate this one trick. Okay.
You just gotta hold your breath, reverse your engines, and pop.
Yeah. Mike, do you want me to make any tests for repairing the Decepticons, or do we want to just sort of like gloss over it narratively that I just do a quick little patch job on some of them?
If you are going to spend any energon points to do it, make certain to spend those. Otherwise, I'm okay with it. You're not under a time crunch or anything, so not gonna
Yeah, I probably won't spend any energon. That's really good for like in midst of combat. But what I can use my standard repair kit to make like repair tests to.
Does your repair
Heal
kit?
them up.
Is your repair kit a single use or multi-use?
So the kits, they have like repairing requires a standard kit, and so like certain things require like a standard, limited, or restricted. But then they also have parameters that you can consume them to either gain like an edge for an hour, or like if you already are like specialized in something, gain like more upshifts or something. But for regular repairs, they're not consumable in that way, unless you want a house rule that like there's only a certain number of uses for it.
No, I'm not going to.
Have.
I'm not going to change the rules for it right now.
Sure.
Okay.
But yeah, up to you. Do you want me if you want me to roll, or if we just want it to be narrative since I have the proficiency or the skills?
It can just be narrative. And even if you fail, on it, you just hurt them more. You don't really care about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just an action to attempt to repair, so it's not like it's like a minute per Decepticon.
Okay, so the 5 of you now successfully make a bargain with the Decepticons holed up down here, and they are true to their word. They will allow you to pass. It takes another 30-40 minutes or so to reach where you want to go, and Perceptor, it takes him a few seconds to locate where the door is, because apparently it was very well hidden, but he does manage to find it and get the laboratory open.
Right.
The door slides open and you see the lab, and it's pretty old. It's pretty old. It's been abandoned for nearly a decade, but at first glance, the scientific equipment seems to be in good repair. And almost immediately, Perceptor gets to work. He starts turning on the equipment, running power through the systems, and those of you who are more scientifically inclined can recognize that he's starting to run things like environmental scans. He's taking atmospheric readings, and trying to and doing searches on virulent biotech information. And yeah, he seems like he just goes right at it. The 3 of you try to talk to him. The 4 of you try to talk to him. He gives curt, quick answers, but you can see that he's clearly in his element. It's unless something comes up where he's going to need you to actually help him with it. It seems like he's going to be busy doing all this research for a while. He does recommend that until he gets his first kind of stage of the research done, that you guys hang around. Also, partly to make certain that he stays safe in case those Decepticons you dealt with follow you in. Or, worst case scenario, the infected get down here and then find their way all the way down. Unlikely, but he recognizes this, but it's something where it's still a possibility.
Mm-hmm. While he's working, it looks like I think maybe Harness is like gonna volunteer some assistance since he does have skills in both science and technology. But first, if I could, I'd like to take Kickstart aside real quick, and just say, hey kid, I just wanted to say, you good job back there. I never thought I'd see the day when Decepticons would follow their word, but you did well.
Thank you, Harness, and thank you for working with us to repair those Decepticons. I know it's not easy to help your enemies, but I appreciate your back on that one.
Yeah, well, you got it, and thanks for reminding us about what the Primes always say about the all of one. That's important, especially now.
Thanks. I try to keep that in mind and hope we can make it through this.
And for that excellent roleplay that you did there, Scott, for convincing them, you yourself earn a story point.
Woohoo! Nice.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah. Harness would sort of like nod, put his like heavy hand on your shoulder, just like, yeah, well, stay sharp, kid. We're not out of this yet. And then I'm going to turn and see if I can help Perceptor with any of this technology stuff.
Okay. So hours pass, which turn into a day, and then 2 days. And on the third day, Perceptor gathers all of you together.
My research here has reached an impasse. I need the samples we had discussed earlier to continue to make any progress towards finding a cure. It shouldn't be too difficult. I think one human should provide enough material to begin synthesizing a treatment.
And he looks at you kind of expectantly.
Yeah, I could go fetch one.
The question is how to safely get one.
Well, you don't need to touch the infected subject to capture it. In fact, I advise against it. Otherwise, you likely be infected and devolve into rampaging rage monster. But I'm sure intelligent bots like yourselves can figure a way of getting a human in a cage without putting your hands on them.
Can we look around? Is there anything within the lab that might be useful to us? Maybe a net or a cage?
Yeah, if there's
Long
scrap metal.
butterfly net.
Yeah. If there's
like-
scrap metal, we can build something.
Yeah. Or just a box held up by a stick with like a cupcake under it. Like,
I will say there's enough scrap material that if you want to try and build something, that you can.
Cool.
Well, we need a cage at least. You know.
Yeah. I will try to see if there's like scrap here to build a cage.
If you, like I said, there's enough scrap to try and build something. I want you to give me a technology test, and you can be aided by either technology, brawn, or finesse to aid in its construction.
Ooh, cool.
oh, I got finesse out the ass.
All right, that's an upshift. So that brings me up to a D8.
I can aid with brawn.
Nice. That brings us up to a D10.
Oh, and Pommel's got finesse also.
Hell yeah! All right, we building ourselves a fancy cage. All right, let me grab.
But where are you going to get the cupcake?
Haha, joke's on you. Pommel's got ranks in baking.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was into that. All right.
One of the most elusive die. D12, where are you, buddy? I when I said, I was like, oh, D12. I didn't think, or D10. I didn't think we were gonna get here. D12 was not in my wildest imagination.
You're rolling a D12? Oh man!
Yeah.
How often do you get to roll one of those?
Not often.
It's the power of friendship.
I
Hell
think this is
yeah.
the first time. Today is the first time I rolled a D12 in probably like 5
Yeah.
years.
All right, D12 and D20. Let's go. All right. So it could have been better, but it's not terrible. 13.
Yeah. You go ahead and you get a fairly solid metal cage together with a securable top to it, and you think that you're going to be able to kind of use this as like the specimen containment that you can kind of leave in the middle of the secured area, and this is you feel it's pretty secure and it's
Not a pretty cage, but
not a pretty one, but you think it's gonna work. It's gonna get its job done. It's gonna be nice and solid.
humans are small and squishy.
Mhm.
Get this.
So now we just got to figure out a way to grab one.
Yeah, I mean, we could like set a trap or try to drop it on them since you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why not have somebody taunt the humans into coming towards them, have Sop lift above it, drop the cage on them as they're coming?
But we don't
In that
want
direction.
900 of them.
Yeah, we've got to try to find like one isolated human.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tricky. I guess we can ask Perceptor, like, in terms of the equipment for scanning here, does it have any surveillance of the like surrounding area?
No, I don't believe it does. Or if it ever did, the external cameras up above are no longer connected to the lab's network. It could have been vandals or simply time and age have warned them away.
Gotcha.
Human technology and materials are simply not built to weather long-term use and occupancy.
Fair enough.
No, that's why this stuff is old, because 10 years is like 5 minutes in Cybertronian terms.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would
why don't we
suggest.
scout around, and then if we spy something separate, I
Yeah.
could take a peek.
I
at the
would
sky.
say we might want to stick to the ground. Normally, I would suggest just having Sopwith just fly around. But I just keep thinking about what Perceptor said about how many different Transformers have the hate plague right now. Even like all the aerial bots that like flying around could draw the attention of some other Cybertronians. So maybe if we stick close to the ground, might be the way to go. I don't know.
So maybe if we fly near a tall building and like Devastator could climb up and like
Yeah.
hang on to the top and like buzz around his head.
Yeah, you buzz around. Giant Optimus Primal. You just fly
There you
around.
go.
Well, let's get to the surface with our cage, and then with the cage I can drag that behind me with the cable so that we're not touching it.
I mean, does he have,
we
does he
obviously
have
don't
like
want to.
large gloves? I mean,
I guess while we're here, we've built this cage. I'd also like to see if there's any sort of implement, like basically large Cybertronian salad tongs. to like grab a human from a ways, or like what I don't remember the name of the tool, but like blacksmiths use it for like pouring like molten, like melted, like liquid metal into a mold that you would have.
I think there's still tongs. They just have a specific. It's a specific type of tong.
Yeah. Is there something like that in here that we can bring so we can try to pick up a human?
I will say that with that technology roll, if you want to build something that is like tongs on a stick that's got like a rope or something to kind of like open and close it,
Oh, jeez.
you can go ahead and do that.
so it's like one of those
Okay.
little dinosaur heads,
Yeah, what a little.
a little Grimlock head.
Yeah, there's a little Grimlock. Every time you open it, it goes like me king. Wheeljack's got all this weird paraphernalia.
Well, you did get a
Okay.
13, so that's about what you
Yeah.
make.
Yeah, so we get this janky tongs in our cage. I guess what I'll do is I'll attach the cage to the hook on my back and sort of like turn the boom arm of my crane behind, so it's sort of like behind us, and let's make our way to the surface.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I guess stay to the ground for now. You said okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it
We're,
might be beneficial once we're on the surface to be in vehicle mode. Humans with the hate plague may not attack us if we're in vehicle mode, especially if we're stationary. Whereas if we're like moving around humanoid-shaped bots, they'll be like, Cybertronians, let's get them. But if we're like vehicles and can be like sitting still, they may not come towards us. Same with like Cybertronians, so it might be beneficial to be in alt mode.
You want me to be in alt mode, but not for me not to fly.
Well, you might have to fly. It was just a thought that, like, for those of us with ground vehicle modes.
Yes, it makes complete sense. Yes,
Yeah.
that definitely makes sense. I mean,
But yeah, if you want to do like a quick coordinator check.
the street. I mean,
You can fly, but don't make it obvious you're Cybertronian.
just fly casual.
Yeah, as an old 1910s biplane.
Yeah, as a 1917.
Be inconspicuous in the year 2006.
Okay. So yeah, you take some time, get up to the surface, and you start making your way around the city, looking for isolated groups or isolated pockets of humans that you can go ahead and grab. Now, what I want you to do is I want each of you to make an infiltration test, and I want you to remember that the For the Allspark perk gives you a upshift of 1 to infiltration test when in alt mode, and if you are in a period appropriate alt mode, you get upshift 2.
Period. He's coming after you, man.
I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah. Cool. So, would my tow truck be like appropriate to the environment for that 2 upshift?
I think so.
Yeah, let's go.
What if you don't have any ranks in infiltration? Are you at?
I guess you'd be at a snag, but I think the upshift can negate that.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Am
You can
I
use-
in a
you can
period
use that.
appropriate alt mode? Since we're in the future.
It
Do you
is
look-
the age of 2006.
Do you look like a 2006 motorcycle?
Normal 2006, like we lived through, or Transformers 2006, where Hot Rod was a normal car.
Transformers 2006, of course.
Well, then yes, I look like a normal motorcycle.
Nice.
There we go.
All right,
All right.
let's do it. And if you guys need Energon, let me know. I can give you guys some.
I don't think there's enough energy on this planet to help me with this role.
Yeah. I got an 8.
I got a
I got an
15.
8. What'd you get?
Look at you guys, twinsies.
Okay, so your first attempt, you try to isolate a single human or two and try to get them. But what happens is, as someone notices your alt mode driving around there, Kickstart, and they immediately start moving towards you and are trying to get at you. Thankfully, you notice them, so you're able to make a quick getaway. But instead of drawing just 1 or 2 humans to you guys, you draw a crowd of like 15.
Yikes.
Just imagine this human in an alleyway, and these a biplane, a motorcycle, and a tow truck with like the glasses with the nose and the mustache on are just sort of trying to sneak up on them.
Sounds like a setup for a joke. Right? A tricycle, a biplane, and a tow truck walk into a bar.
All right,
Could
wanna
we
try-
throw a concussive grenade at the group of humans to knock them out, and then use the grabbers to like scoop one into the cave?
Oh.
It doesn't kill them.
Yeah,
It's stun,
Absolutely.
it's stun damage.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it won't kill them, right? Because it's stun.
Stunned, can't take actions, attacks against them, enjoy edge.
Yeah, and if their stun exceeds or meets their current health, they are defeated. So
Okay, yeah, no, that's a perfectly good idea. So yeah, you wanna?
yeah, let's draw them away and we'll do that. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, so we'll draw them out. Let's make sure we get some good distance between us and them before we try for the grenades. What's the range on that?
You could just drop one.
25 to 50, or
Yeah.
25/50.
Cool.
You can also have your plane just drop one.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, 'cause you can transform into bot mode and then just drop one.
I mean, hopefully you can figure out how to drop one out of a plane.
I mean, it's period appropriate. That's what the biplanes used to do, right?
Yeah, just
Did
hook
you
it
drop
up.
grenades on the side?
Someone would lean out and throw a grenade over the side.
That was the original Air Force right there. Just like, boop, boop.
And then if that doesn't work, Kickstart and I can transform and huck some grenades.
All right, I'll fly over a group and drop one down there.
It's a 10-foot radius, so you can catch a lot of them if you hit.
I'll try to not get too big of a group, so I can try to make sure they get the whole group.
Yeah.
I believe it's
So
a
that-
targeting test to do that.
Yeah, athletics for thrown weapons.
What about drop?
Okay.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Yeah, because you're dropping it. That could be targeting because you're not throwing it as much as
Yeah, I'd
aiming
actually
it.
go with targeting on that one because you're not trying to chuck it to get it to a particular spot. You're trying to precisely drop it to land in a particular spot. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine with
That makes
targeting
sense
on
to
that.
me.
Thank goodness, because if I tried to use athletics or when, he'd probably end up blowing you guys up or something.
Yeah. we'll radio up to stop with just like, see if you can't get them with a grenade. Then we see him flying. We're just like, we should pedal to the metal.
So actually, I will aim. 2d8. What's higher than a d12?
Yeah, so it goes 2d6, then 2d8, then auto success.
My chart says 2d8, 3d6, so I think it is 2d8 on the first one.
Oh, it is 2d8. Yeah, 2d8 then 3d6. You're right.
D10, D12, 2D8.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn, you've upshifted off the chart.
Targeting is the thing he do.
The only thing I do.
Yeah.
29.
Holy
29.
smokes.
More than enough. Also,
Actually,
I think
it's actually a crit.
Woo!
nat 20 or
Oh, a net 8. I don't know.
nat 8.
Does it have,
Yeah.
does it have to be the 20 or
No,
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 it's one of the skill die.
Yep. It's a crit.
Also, it's also considered a great success, which means that you can double damage if you want to. If the concussion grenades have an alternate effect, you can apply that if you want.
I don't think they do. I don't think
Yeah, they only got the one effect, but so you can apply the main effect again.
So stun.
Nice.
I will say that the effect is strong enough that it is going to defeat them outright. And out of the group of 15 that you found, you knock out all but 3 of them. And the 3 that you didn't knock out, you turn around, you start heading off, and they're like running after you. Which means kickstart and harness. You have a pile of 12
Awesome.
defeated, infected humans to pick from.
Let's do this.
Just
Yeah,
play
we'll
with
turn
it.
back around. We'll turn back around. I'll put down the cage and just sort of like hold it for kickstart to lift the.
I'm just gonna take the grabber thing and just
Yeah, like a lobster. Went to like a fancy seafood restaurant. You watch them pull them out. All right.
When you woke
And
up this
then-
morning, did you think you're going to be doing this?
Yeah. We'll put them in the
No.
cage. We'll latch it up, and then I will transform back into my alt mode. And then if Kickstart wants to attach the hook to the cage, I can lift it up and sort of like have it off to the side or like slightly above my the bed of my tow truck mode, so that even if they wake up, they can't touch me.
Okay.
Touch this. Do.
And then we'll radio to Sopwith that like we've got one. We're gonna head back to base.
Okay.
All right.
On my way.
Whew,
Yeah.
way to turn failure into success, guys. That was awesome.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you make it back to the underground passage and head back to the laboratory. You get there and Perceptor greets you. Excellent work. This should be exactly what's needed to create an antidote. Go ahead and place it in the secure study chamber. And you know that there's a chamber over there that has it's effectively a contamination room or a clean room. Very secure, like blast doors, and it's a place for it's a hazardous materials lab, effectively. Harness, you and Perceptor bring the person into the hazardous materials lab, and Perceptor sets up some of the strictest security protocols any of you have seen. He gets to work at once on collecting samples from the human. Harness, I'll say that you're in the room. You're going to be aiding Perceptor in his research over the course of a couple of days.
Nice.
More hours pass, which stretches into a day, then 4 days. All the while, you get no signal from the surface. News broadcasts have ceased. Large portions of computer networks go dark. The strain of working and living in isolation takes its toll on all of you. You have one recharge slab to share, and tempers are running hot. On the 5th day, Harness, go ahead and give me an alertness roll.
It's not going to be good. Oh, it's worse than that. It's really bad. That's a fumble. That's a natty 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no is right. Wait. I could burn story to re-roll the 1 before Mike tells us to have. This feels like it's really bad.
Do it.
All right,
Burn the
all
story point.
Yeah, we're gonna burn the story point. I think we've got one left with the extra one that Scott got for us. So I'm gonna re-roll this one. 10.
Okay. You do notice this happen. You're aiding Perceptor in the lab when you notice that the human managed to jam something into the secure container. And the last time he was put back into the box, it was left open a crack. And somehow he managed to push it open the rest of the way and crawl out of the gap. He is rushing towards Perceptor right now. You have one chance. You can either try to push Perceptor out of the way, risking exposure to yourself, or you can escape the clean room, activate the sterilization protocols, and ensure that the plague does not escape this facility. You're going to make your decision next time.
No!
Oh, come on!
Awesome.
I saw it coming.
Yeah.
This is how he
Oh,
does
by
things.
the pit. Nice.